Namaste to all dear students. I am here with a new video relating to cost accounting. In cost accounting, first unit is your introduction to cost accounting, and this is your first chapter also. So, chapter 1, introduction to cost accounting. And uh, before starting the video and answers, I would like to tell few things from the exam point of view how much this theory part of chapter is very important, because uh, if you see uh, any subject, we need to find out the weak link of the subject. Okay, so what is the weak link? The weak link of the subject is theory itself, which will come in the exam. Okay, so in this subject, this first unit is there na, theory unit. And this unit, because of the covid, we say na, there is a blessing in disguise, like that. Though covid situation is there, though it is 2 hours exam, university is giving choice for the students. Okay, they may have taken your 3 hours time to 2 hours, but they are giving additional choice. Because of that, what happens, from this unit, first unit, in the exam you will get long question answers. Generally before that, a or b you need to write. Now one, two long questions will come, each 15 marks. So 15 plus 15, totally 30 marks you will get for two questions of this unit. Okay, in this unit, suppose is giving short question answers also. Okay, there may be chance of one short question from each unit. Suppose one short question is given and that is for 5 marks, so you can add 5 more marks, it is 35 marks from this chapter or unit, you say. If he gives additional one more question, then 40, but university is not going to do that. Generally one short question will come from this chapter. So from this chapter itself, minimum you are going to get 30 to 40 marks. 30 to 40 marks you are going to get from this chapter, from this one unit itself. Okay, why I am saying this means, you people theory है ना, बाद में పడेंगे, ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ థియరీ, థియరీయే కదా, తర్వాత చదువుకోవచ్చు, ఏముంది అనుకుంటారు. బట్ it is very important for you all to score the marks easily in the exam. So from this chapter you are getting 30 to 40 marks. Okay, if you write, if you get 30 marks also, short questions not came, long question only came. Okay, 30 into, if they give 80% marks for this chapter, 24 marks you will get. Okay, 24 marks you are getting from this unit itself. But to get 80% marks, okay, out of uh, 13 for 15 or 12 for 15, out of marks, if you want to get, you need to revise, learn, revise, or read, learn and revise. First read it, then learn it and revise it, and if possible you write it. If you do this one, okay, if you do this one for this chapter, writing the answer, that's it, that is enough. Okay, so whatever question answers of this theory unit is there, just I am saying, blindly believe me. Okay, because students who are having backlogs, they followed this strategy and they have got through the exams, though they were having 2-3 backlog subjects of practical subjects, I am saying. So please remember one thing: read first, learn it, revise it, write the answer. That is enough. You will get sometimes out of by your presentation 15 out of 15 you will get. So because exam is for 2 hours, you can't do all the problems, but you can write the answers as well as do the problems, because writing the writing the theory can be done in lesser time. You can write the answer, theory answer, lesser time, but for that you need to read, learn, revise and write it before itself, not directly in the exam hall. If you do this thing for this chapter, I am saying you are going to get 24 to 32 marks from this chapter. Okay, your passing is crossed at here itself, or you are about to pass if you get 24 marks. So main focus, this is the weak link I am saying, because problems are there. How it will come to solve the problem, it takes time, because theory question, 2 lines, you read the question and you will write the answer. But presentation important, presentation will be done when you write the answer before the exam itself. Just test one answer you learn and write it, one answer you learn, write it, that's it. Okay, so that is what I'm saying, because in exam you are having 2 hours time and you need to do 4 long questions and 4 short questions. 4 plus 4, long and short we need to do, so it takes time. So solve the problem. But for writing theory I am saying it is easy. For that purpose you need to learn the answers. For that purpose I am ready to help you. So here I am saying you all humbly to learn the theory questions of this chapter, so that in the exam you should not get trouble. Okay, so let us don't waste the further time. uh, some one video I have already uploaded as a demo class. Introduction chapter details also there in that video, and this will be continuation of that. And in the description of the video you may find the playlist for the introduction chapter and other chapters also. So go through previous video before this. If any doubts you can easily clarify those. Okay, because definition of this chapter already discussed, and we have already started one question called uh, cost accounting, objectives, and another question relating to classification of cost. So if you understand these things about cost accounting and any subject, introduction chapter is very important, because what is that subject and what is the scope, what are the functions, what is its importance, advantages, other things relating to that subject will be specified in the introduction chapter itself. So if you understand the introductory part, rest of the things can be easily done. So don't neglect the theory part I am saying. That's it. Most of you have already tested through the same thing in the your previous semester exam. I said you all to learn the last unit, 5th unit of income tax, but most of the people didn't do that. Theory है ना बोल के, but in the exam 50% was theory. So let us try to focus this chapter. Okay, I'll clean the everything, just a minute. So let us start our understanding of chapter 1, introduction to cost accounting. In this chapter, we have already discussed about what is cost accounting. Cost accounting is the process of determining and accumulating the cost of a product or activity. It is a process of accounting for the incurred, cost incurred and cost control. It also covers classification, analysis and interpretation of cost. Okay, these definitions and costing introduction we have already done in the previous video. So we are directly will go to the uh, first I am making revision. Features of cost accounting also discuss. Following are the features of cost accounting. It is process of accounting for cost. Cost को तो अकाउंट करने की एक प्रोसेस ही क्या है, कास्ट अकाउंटिंग है. It records income and expenditure relating to production of goods and services. To make a good or produce a product or provide a service, how much cost is incurred, how much income it will generate, that will be recorded in cost accounting, they are saying. It provides statistical data on the basis of which future estimations are prepared and quotations are submitted. Suppose you are having information relating to previous year, okay, to produce 100 units, okay, you incurred say 50,000 rupees. In future you are getting one more thing, say 150 units project. To prepare or produce 150 units, how much cost will be incurred with fixed and variable classification and other things. Cost accounting will help you to estimate the future cost and prepare quotation and submit them. Okay, so this is very helpful for the cost plus contracts and contracts relating to uh, civil contracts and other things, and quotations, for job wise quotations or order wise quotations will be prepared. So management will use the cost information for decision making whether to go for the project or not. So that is what they are saying. It is concerned with the cost ascertainment, how much cost is incurred, cost control and cost reduction. The main focus about cost accounting is how much cost is incurred, okay, that is called cost ascertainment. And control the cost, how to control the cost, so that if we control the cost we can increase the profit. And cost reduction means how to reduce the cost. For that cost accounting will use different techniques and methods, those will be understood in later. These are the features of cost accounting and this is already discussed, so that is why I am making quick revision. So this is over already. So let us go further. Objectives of cost accounting. Okay, what are the main objectives of cost accounting? Uh, this one also we have discussed, so I'll make a quick revision about this. The basic objectives of cost accounting is to reduce the cost of production and maximize the profit. For that purpose they use different techniques, I said, cost efficient controlling and cost reduction. So following are the main objectives of cost accounting: to improve the efficiency by controlling the and reducing the cost, while controlling and while reducing. Suppose for inventories, okay, for inventory management, uh, for inventory management, material will be inventories will be classified as A, B, C category. We say ABC analysis. Which material should be for given much importance for the control purpose and other purposes. How much B category, C category value wise classification will be there, and weight analysis another is there, vital, essential, desirable. So like that, control techniques to improve the efficiency and control techniques and cost reduction are the two main objectives of cost accounting. To ascertain cost per unit of the product or service. For 1 unit of cost, how much cost is incurred? Unit output costing is separate method of costing accounting is there. To produce 1 unit, how much cost will be incurred? We can know. In financial accounting, we cannot know each unit cost. Overall total cost you will know, overall profit you know, but the uh, main objective of cost accounting is to ascertain cost per unit. Per unit, how much cost will be incurred to produce a product or service will be known in through the cost accounting. Next, help in taking managerial decisions. Okay, with the help of cost classification, management real decisions whether to go for a project or not. Okay, what is relevant cost, what is irrelevant cost, which is to be considered, which is not to be considered. Okay, relevant cost, irrelevant cost classification, what is uh, the fixed cost, variable cost, like that different based on the different situations, management will take the decision based on the nature of the cost. So classification of cost will help the management to make the decisions. That is one more point. So next, to provide reliable analysis for of cost. I said no, cost accounts makes the classification as a product, uh, production or product cost, you can say one classification, and period wise. Period wise class cost are not directly related with the production of goods or services. So to produce good or services, these are not directly related. Which are directly related are called as production cost, which are not directly related will be called as period cost. So period cost is time basis cost. So analysis, reliable analysis, for the reliable analysis, cost accounting will helpful. And uh, we have discussed earlier also variable, fixed cost and semi variable cost. So that it has own importance, variable cost and fixed cost. Okay, some are relevant, some are irrelevant for decision making. So it provides reliable analysis of the cost. Department wise costing can be done. Okay, center wise costing, cost center will be defined, and it will be easily analyzed. So to provide reliable analysis of cost is also important objectives of cost accounting for the cost control and cost measurement. Okay, to identify sources of wastage. See, there will be normal cost and abnormal cost. Okay, normal cost which is normally incurred to produce the good or services. Abnormal cost are those costs which are over and above the normal cost, and the costs which are because of the abnormal situations. Okay, so where wastage is taking place, if you will identify that wastage will be controlled and it will be minimized so that cost can be reduced. So that is why cost accounting is important to identify the sources of wastage, to provide cost information on the basis of which selling price of the product may be fixed. Suppose uh, I am producing a product for rupees 18. Okay, I am producing a product for rupees 18. Okay, if I want 2 rupees profit, my selling price will be 20 rupees. So to determine the selling price, cost information is needed. So cost accounting will do that itself to ascertain the profitability of each product. Suppose there are 3 products. Okay, I'll tell one example. Dairy milk, you people know na, Cadbury products. Okay, Cadbury. Okay, Cadbury products, you know, they are having 5 star as well as dairy milk. Okay, so dairy milk is also Cadbury product, 5 star is also Cadbury product. Okay, 5 star. So how much profit is from 5 star, how much profit is there from dairy milk? Product wise, each product profitability will be known in the cost accounting, whereas same is cannot be done with the financial accounting. Okay, so excess effective control on the, to exercise effective control on the inventory, I said they will follow ABC analysis. Okay, ABC analysis for the controlling inventory, or inventory will be, they maintain stores ledgers, bin cards. Okay, and material requisition notes. Okay, as well as goods received notes. With the help of these all things, and inventory will be controlled by classifying goods as uh, fast moving, non moving, and slow moving goods. Based on the movement of the goods and its utilization, inventory will be controlled with the help of EOQ and stock levels. Okay, some stock levels have been maintained, minimum stock level, maximum stock level. So to control the inventory effectively, to control the inventory effectively, management will make certain stock levels. So cost accounting will provide all those. To disclose the sources of economy in material, labor and overheads, element wise classification, and how much economy means how much cost is incurred in material, labor and overheads. Material, labor are direct nature, overheads are indirect nature. To organize effective information system. Okay, what is your closing stock at present? Okay, stores ledger will be maintained by the cost accounting department. Okay, with the help of that, okay, management will be informed. Sorry, here management will be informed closing stock value. Okay, for that stores ledger will be prepared. Some of the points I am saying about the next chapter also here, so that you can understand these things later on. What is your closing stock under FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, simple average, price, weighted average price method, like this. Inventory information will be provided, not only inventory information, any information which is required for the organization will be provided immediately by the casting, because in casting information will be provided department wise, caste center wise, or product wise, because cost accounting is very flexible in nature, okay, dynamic in nature, so that whatever you ask, the same will be provided to the management so that they can make the effective decisions, advise management in future expansions programs, formulation and implementation of incentive plans. So these helps the management for determining the incentive plans, like whether to give bonus to employees or not, which method will be appropriate, wholesale premium method or row one method, whether to go for uh, wage payment on the basis of piece rate system or time rate system. All these decisions will be done based on the information provided, and cost accounting provides the information to the management. Not only that, if cost control and other things are, whatever information provided by the casting department is accurate, it can easily estimate the cost for the new projects. So casting will help for the future expansion programs as well as to formulate and implement the incentives. So organize and the internal audit system. तो जैसे cost accounting will take the internal audit also, because of the maintaining the books very easily, and through the, I'm saying now, there will be stores ledgers, there will be bin cards, material requisition notes, bill of order, and GRN. So MRN, GRN, whatever are there, they will provide internal audit system effective, and closing stock physical verification and other things will be done. So it provides the information for the internal audit purpose also to undertake cost reduction program. How to reduce? What is cost reduction? The permanent reduction in the cost is known as cost reduction, whereas to control the cost temporarily is known as cost control. Okay, we discussed cost reduction and cost control in the previous video also, so that is why I am not focusing on those things majorly. So this is about the objectives of cost accounting. These objectives only, okay, termed differently as functions of cost accounting. Okay, these functions we will discuss later, because in this video we are going to complete the half left classification of cost, because we have already started the classification of cost. So we will complete that question first, later we will come to element functions of cost accounting, scope of cost accounting, advantages, disadvantages. Okay, so here is the our topic, classification of cost. Oh, wait a minute. How much time it is already? Oh, it is 12 half an hour. Classification of cost. Cost may be classified into different categories depending upon the purpose of classification. Some of the important categories in which costs are classified are as follows. on the basis of element. Okay, direct cost, indirect cost. Element wise, direct cost are said as three. Okay, material, this also we have discussed earlier, labor and uh, expenses. And this material, labor, expenses again further divided. Okay, direct and indirect cost. Indirect material, indirect labor. Okay, indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses together called as overheads. Direct material, direct labor, direct expenses together called as prime cost. Okay. So what is direct cost? Which are directly related with the production of goods or providing services, or which are directly attributable to product or article or thing, is called as direct cost. And indirect costs are those costs which are not directly attributable or accounted for product directly, are called indirect cost. And sometimes it is not feasible to calculate, measure the direct cost for a particular nature of cost. Suppose thread used in stitching the shirt per product is, it is waste of time for calculating how much how many meters of thread is used. Okay, based on the total thread cost, if you divide for each shirt, so directly it is not possible. Suppose in a furniture shop, okay, there are some consumables like bolt nuts, okay, and fevicol and other things which are related with the production activity of making furniture, but they are not directly how much fevicol, how many nuts cost for each chair or each sofa or each cot, we cannot directly attribute because those are very small value, so they are classified as indirect cost. This is the example I am saying. So this direct and indirect cost classification we already done. On the basis of function, on the basis of function, production cost, administration cost, selling cost, distribution, research cost, development cost, and pre-production call are so discussed earlier in the last video. So we are not going to discuss those things also. And based on the behavior, cost has been classified as fixed cost and variable cost, semi-variable cost. Okay, so these also already discussed. On the basis of controllability, normal cost, controllable cost, and non-controllable cost. On the basis of normality, normal cost, abnormal cost, and on the basis of inventory, just now I said this portion, product cost and period cost on the basis of inventory, whether those are included in the inventory value or not, and on the basis of managerial decision making. And please remember this managerial decision making are controlled. Okay, these costs are very important for your next semester managerial accounting also. So these are decision making cost, accounting cost, relevant cost, shutdown cost, sunk cost, avoidable or escapable cost, unavoidable or inescapable cost, imputed or hypothetical cost, differential in or incremental or decremental cost, out of pocket cost, opportunity cost. Okay, traceable or untraceable, conversion cost. These many are there. Okay. So for this uh, till here you write D-A-R, no, D-A, we will do one thing, D-A-S-A-R, okay, I'll make one thing so that you can remember the mnemonic like this, so that you will remember. Okay, you remember Dasara, D for decision making caste, A for accounting caste, S for shutdown caste, U for unavoidable, and R for relevant, A for avoidable. Okay, what I am saying, D for decision making, A for accounting, R for relevant, S for shutdown, U for unavoidable, Dasara. Okay, then we can make like this some mnemonics for the remaining things. Okay, Dasara important, like that you can imputed, different, out of pocket, opportunity, traceable, and conversion. Okay, these are the things. If it you learn few things, remaining will be easily understood. So let us go to this classification. This I haven't explained, so now we are going to see direct, indirect I have explained, uh, function wise also we have done. So later we need to do some other. On the basis of फंक्शन प्रोडक्शन कास्ट ये हो गया, बिहेवियर आल्सो डन, नेक्स्ट वेरिएबल कास्ट ओवर, सेमी फिक्स्ड ओवर, कंट्रोलेबल, अनकंट्रोलेबल. ओके, लेट अस डिस्कस फ्रॉम हियर ऑन. ऑलरेडी कंट्रोलेबल आल्सो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन, फिर भी आपको, लेट अस स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर ऑन. कास्ट be influenced by the ratio or specified members of undertaking, which can be controlled or controllable cost, which cannot be controlled by the management or the person in charge for that particular department, or cost which cannot be that person are nothing but or the management which cannot be controlled, which influence cost. The cost that cannot be influenced like this are termed as uncontrollable cost. So there are two things, one is controllable, another one uncontrollable. So cost that cannot be some cost which can be particular labor. Okay, instead of uh, having 4 people to work, if he has taken 3 workers only for particular job, okay, he is controlling one labor cost, okay, one person's labor cost. 4 are required at any cost. So okay, non-controllable or uncontrollable, both one and the same. The cost that cannot be influenced, okay, are called uncontrollable cost. On the basis of normal costs, the costs which are normally incurred at a given level of output are called as normal cost. Suppose to make 100 units, whatever cost should be incurred is normal cost. Okay, if normally to produce 100 units it takes 50,000, that 50,000 is nothing but your normal cost. Suppose you have made 51,000 rupees as expenditure, so how much it is increased? 1,000 increase, and the normal cost, that 1,000 is abnormal cost, are the costs which are not normally incurred at the output in the condition at which are some other reason unavailability of increased. So called as abnormal cost, are costs which are beyond the normal. Next, on the basis of inventory, product cost, inventory cost. Inventory cost is divided into two parts. One is product cost, another one period cost. Okay, and this product cost, the cost which producing a product, are nothing but product cost. Wait a minute. So product cost, the cost which are part of the cost of product rather than an expense of period in which they are incurred are called as product cost. What they are saying, they are part of the cost of product. They are part of the cost of product rather than the expenses for the period. वो period की expenditure नहीं है, they are directly related with the product. These are called as product cost. They include in the inventory value. Such costs are treated as assets in the goods asset until the goods are assigned to be sold. Raw material, there is raw material. Raw material at the end of the period will be called as whether material or finished goods or work in progress. At the end of the period, inventory will be called as, isn't it? So till it is until goods are assigned to until goods they are assigned to be sold, they are treated as finished goods but not sold. Inventory, work in progress or raw material, they are called as asset, but once they have sold, the cost incurred for that product will become cost of production. When they become cost of production, it will be treated as expenditure and transferred to P&L account. That is what here they are saying. Example, at the time, cost of raw material and direct wages, depreciation on plant and equipment. Depreciation on plant and machinery is, but until that it will not be treated. That is what here the meaning. So associated with the product or product cost, they may be fixed in nature like depreciation on plant and machinery, because product will be made through a process for which a plant or equipment will be used. Okay, raw material and direct wages are required to making the product. Similarly, there is uh, period costs. These costs which are not associated with the production are called as period costs. They are not related with the production activity. They are treated as an expense in the period they are incurred. Suppose you have made 100 units in first half year. Okay, first half year you have units. To make 100 units, whatever raw material and wages are incurred, those are product cost. In this period, whatever indirect expenses are there, like uh, depreciation on office equipment, commission to salesmen, administration expenses, salaries to employees, these are general expenses. These are incurred in this half year period, are called as period cost. They are not directly associated with the product, but they are incurred in the period concerned. So such cost are period cost. See here, such cost may be, such cost include general administration cost, etc. Okay, they can be fixed. And here comes our major discussion, that is on the basis of managerial decision making. The point not typical